unicorns, and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time that you're on my channel, I'm Vanessa and I, and welcome to the fam. So you guys, today's reading is all about why this person came into your life. So we're going to be discussing exactly why this person that you have in mind has entered your life and what their purpose was on your life's path. And in order to help you figure that out, I have prepared 4 groups that you can choose from. So please pick one of these 4 groups intuitively. Just go with whichever stone that you feel the most drawn to. So the 4 groups are as follows. We have the Black Obsidian, we have the Coffee Obsidian, we have the Tiger Eye, as well as the Howlite. But as you guys know, the timestamps are in the description box as well as pinned to the comment section. And of course, if you feel drawn to 2 stones, then feel free to tune into 2 readings, because your personal reading could be a mixture between 2 groups. And I wouldn't want you to miss out on vital information about this person and why they entered your life. And of course, if this is the first time that you're on my channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button in order to never miss another reading that is relevant to your life. Because my channel is all about motivating you, helping you improve yourself, as well as just figuring out the nitty-gritty details of life. So don't miss out on that. After all, subscribing to my channel is free, so it's kind of a no-brainer. But anyways, you guys, enough of the intro. I want to get into the reading. So I'm going to be starting off with the first group, which corresponds to the Black Obsidian, and to all the other groups, I will catch you at the click of your timestamp. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Black Obsidian, group number 1. So I want you to know that the Black Obsidian is a very protective stone. It is a stone that can help protect you against EMF. So maybe this person came into your life to protect you, or to show you that you need to protect yourself a little better. Let's find out. So first and foremost, we have a mental repetition. So one thing that I see here is that this person made you mull over a certain situation that transpired between you and them over and over again. And this mental repetition is something that I want you to look out for, group number 1, because sometimes when you repeat things mentally over and over again, things that transpired in the past, just memories about this person in general, it can end up having you almost living in the past because you're reliving those emotions. So that is one thing that your guides want you to look out for. Furthermore, we have the unexpected. So this person entered your life as an unexpected visitor, as an unexpected kind of surprise. I want you to know that this person was supposed to enter your life for kind of like this surprise factor, in order for life to test you and just basically give you a little sprinkle of something different to see how you would handle it, and to teach you how to cope and to handle different situations. Then we have a transform, as well as kindness and reliable. So group number 1, one thing that I want you to know here in kindness is the fact that this person has entered your life in order for you to grow, in order for you to transform to somebody who is truly kind, and somebody who can maintain their kindness even when they're being tested. So if this person that you have in mind does not exactly leave a very nice taste in your mouth, know that they were here. They were meant to be in your life in order to teach you who you truly are at your core, and to just reinforce the fact that you are in fact a kind person, that you are in fact somebody who can be the bigger person. And I know it's not always fun to be the bigger person, and who wants to always be the bigger person? But at the end of the day, you know, that is what makes you reliable. That is what makes you the source that a lot of people confide in, because they know that you have emotional control, that you have emotional tactfulness, okay, group number 1, and that you have dealt with situations with other people that were difficult, but you remained nice. You remained the kind of person that didn't have any ill will or ill intent against somebody, no matter what their intentions may have been towards you. And that sort of transformation is something that is very mature, is something that a lot of people wish that they could go through just in order to become better. So group number 1, be grateful that this person entered your life, because they really taught you more about yourself than you may have ever realized. And then we have the Tower, as well as the 2 of Shells. So in the 2 of Shells, I do see sort of like a hint of a romance here, okay? I see a hint of something here that just kind of shows like a union, a togetherness. So there may have been hope or just a feeling of togetherness romantically. However, in the Tower, one thing that I see is that they taught you to release, okay? This close union and bond that you may have thought that you would form with this person ultimately taught you to release, to let go, and to know how to deal with the pain of letting go. I mean, I think anybody who has been through heartache or heartbreak knows exactly what this feels like. Letting go is almost like somebody, I mean, it's not even comparable to death, you know, because death is something different. You know, that person is sort of gone. But when the person is still here, the pain is just a different kind of pain. It is a pain that is very personal, okay, and is very subjective. So I want you to know that this person has been placed in your life in order to help you deal with that, to know how to deal with that, and to know how to react in those situations, and know how you can get yourself back to a better mental headspace. Then we have the armadillo spirit, the badger spirit, the seahorse spirit, as well as the wolf spirit. Okay, so group number 1, this is really interesting. So this has a lot to do with hope that has sort of been destroyed a little, okay, but it has helped you grow. In your reading in the armadillo spirit, one thing that I see here is that this person came into your life in order for you to realize how to set healthy boundaries, because if you don't set boundaries, people can just walk in and out of your life, take whatever they want, and leave without even asking, you know? And furthermore, in the badger spirit, I see that this has sort of taught you to be fearless and bold. This person has entered your life in order to turn this sort of knowledge into wisdom, in order to not allow people to walk all over you again. This is the final straw. This is the last time. And you may have even spoken to this person about it and then they crossed you, or this person may have just come into your life to cross you in a way how you could realize, like, this is the final straw. This is the last straw. No matter how painful this is, I am now fearless and bold to chase anybody out of my life prior to them hurting me, prior to them coming and taking whatever they want. So I see that this new ability that you have achieved, accomplished, through having this person in your life in the seahorse spirit is to have the patience to watch and wait and be very observant. So this person came into your life in order to teach you how to be more observant, in order to teach you how to really read people, read their body language, read how they speak to you, to other people, and to really see sort of like the underlying things that they desire, see the underlying things that they want out of the situation. So this person really taught you people skills and just how to see red flags from a mile away that you wouldn't have seen prior to having this person in your life. So group number 1, this is the reason why this person entered your life. I truly hope that this was eye-opening, that it was kind of like an epiphany. Let me know down below what really changed for you in your outlook about seeing and meeting, having this person in your life, and I will see you in one of my upcoming videos. Hello group number 2, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Coffee Obsidian group number 2, and I want to get straight into your reading regarding why this person has entered your life. So first and foremost, we have growth. So this person definitely caused some sort of spur in growth when it comes to you, your personality, and just where you are in life right now. And you may have not noticed that. You may have felt like this person actually just put bumps in the road, but I see immense growth for you here personally because of that person being in your life. Then we have mental repetition. So one thing that I see here is that just putting more thought into this person and why they may have entered your life. I see that that's sort of like mental, going through the different reasons, stages, maybe also different theories that you have as to why this person ended up entering your life. I see that that really leads to a lot of personal growth and you sort of coming to epiphanies, realizations, why this happened and how it benefited you positively. So having a more positive outlook and thinking to yourself, what positives can I take out of this person being in my life? That is the kind of growth that I see here for you. Then we have reliable. So this person entered your life in order for you to increase your reliability. So maybe because they were super reliable or super unreliable, that kind of taught you the lesson that reliability is important. And if you want to be taken seriously, obviously in love, in your career, just generally as a person, you have to be a reliable soul. Then we have negativity, okay? So group number 2, I feel as though this person has entered your life in order for you to know exactly what negativity is, how to stay away from it, and how to protect yourself from it. Group number 2, I see here that just sort of realizing that some people are negative and some people will instill kind of like mental repetition that isn't beneficial inside of you, and knowing how to block this out. That is one thing that I see here for you. The growth of knowing exactly when something isn't beneficial and saying to yourself, actually, I'm blocking those thoughts out and I'm not letting them anywhere near me. In the Alliance Spirit, one thing that I see is that this person taught you to be generous. This person entered your life in order for you to realize what a big person you can be, even when you're faced with hurt, even when you're faced with deceit, because that really shows who you are as a person and your true character and your true values when you're able to remain generous even when somebody crosses you or does something that just goes below the belt, you know? And this is not a trait that is a weakness, but a lot of people take your kindness for weakness and they take it for granted. So what is important for you, group number 2, is to still be generous and show that you're the bigger person, but never allow them to hold any power over you. Whether it is this person that we're talking about in this reading or anybody else in your life, remain generous, but keep the power in your court until you see that somebody is trustworthy, especially if they have crossed you in the past. And then we have the dog spirit, the eagle spirit, as well as the koala spirit. So group number 2, I see a lot of interesting development here for you. I see a lot of energy that is very grounded, okay? So maybe you are, for instance, a Taurus. One thing that I see here is that you have to keep in mind in the koala spirit as well as the eagle spirit that your spirit guides have a plan. The universe has a plan for you. What you need to focus on is the kind of energy that you're emitting. I want you to know that negativity can come to us even when we're really trying to fight it. Because just think about it, group number 2. If you're constantly thinking about negativity, if you're constantly thinking about the things that you fear most, about the things that worry you, then guess who's going to be the loyal person by your side? That negativity that you're attracting, because you're putting a lot of your energy into thinking about it going away and hoping that it doesn't come to you, but then at the same time all you do is just kind of attract it because it is constantly on your mind. So in the dog spirit, I want you to be loyal to what you truly want instead of being loyal to just thinking in a way how you're trying to repel something, but what you're really doing is just attracting more of it. And I see that this person taught you that that is what they do, okay? They always thought to themselves, oh, I hope this doesn't happen. I hope that doesn't happen. This person may have had a lot of negative self-talk about themselves or low self-esteem, and they came into your life in order to show you that when that is the case, when you talk about yourself and your life negatively, that is what it will transform into. And that is one thing that I see in the transformation, okay? We're constantly going through transitions. We're constantly going through changes, some of them more liberating and some of them tie us down a whole lot more. And I want you to know that this person came into your life to teach you what is liberating and what is basically just limiting. So liberating would be to just put your thoughts where you want to go, okay? Don't focus on trying to repel anything because that might just end up attracting more of it. Focus on putting your thoughts and your energy where you're striving to go, and everything else, just leave that in the back and in the past. Furthermore, in transformation, I want you to know here that transformation, of course, can also come with a lot of growing pains, which I see here in the Six of Crystals can be overcome by you going back to like your soul tribe, your soul family. I see here that this person may have come into your life in order to teach you that you can really only depend on those that have proven themselves, or those who truly understand you and have shown you that they are going to be there for you. A lot of these new friends, a lot of these new acquaintances aren't really it, okay? They claim to be real and they claim to be there for you, but when you truly need them, they aren't there. And that is one thing that I see in, being reliable, because people have not always been very trustworthy, or you haven't been able to rely on a lot of people in your life. That makes you want to be even more reliable and even more caring with those who have proven themselves to you, and with those who have really shown you that they're in your court no matter what. Then we have the 10 of Shells as well as the 7 of Crystals. So I see that this person has come into your life, or came into your life, in order to show you that there are better things out there, as well as the fact that your well-being is the number one thing. So this may have been a painful situation that you went through with this person. This may have been a painful experience, because maybe now this person isn't in your life anymore, but they taught you that sometimes you have to be quote unquote selfish. And I don't really think that this is selfish. That's why I said quote unquote, because taking care of your well-being ensures that you give those who you love and the world the best of you, and not just what's left of you, okay? You don't want to just give the world the rest of you and basically just, milk yourself to the point where there's not much left of you. There's not much left of that zest, of that creativity, of that energy. And toxic people can do that to you. Toxic people can ensure that you spend a lot of your time, a lot of your thought process on them and their negativity, instead of on the things that you want to push forward with. So make sure that you're focusing only on the positives and the things that interest you, that you would like more of in your life. Because even if you think that you're dealing with it, or you're sort of just making a plan for the future, focusing on anything that is less than positive will most likely at this moment in time, group number 2, just attract more negativity into your life, which we obviously do not want. Last but not least, in the 7 of Crystals, I see here that this person came into your life in order to show you this result. And this result is the result of you realizing that you have options. You don't have to be okay with how anybody treats you, especially if it is in a way that you do not want to be treated. You have options. You can walk away. You don't need to be okay with it, group number 2. And if there's one thing that this person really taught you, or really was meant to do here in your life, is to show you the power of saying no, the power of walking away, and the power of knowing that you have an unlimited amount of options for love, your personal life, your friends, your family, as well as your career. And how somebody else feels about you, one single human being, does not need to have an impact on how you see yourself or how the rest of the world sees you. So group number 2, this is the reading that I received for you. I truly hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful. Let me know down in the comment section what really hit home, and I will see you in one of my upcoming videos. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Tiger Eye, group number 3, which is a gorgeous mineral. Let's do a quick close-up. I don't know why so many of you tell me that this stone reminds you of cake. I mean, come on, guys, like, cake, really? But let's move further into your reading, you guys. I'm not judging. I often have a little bit of a snack when I'm watching a YouTube video as well, so nobody's judging on here. Let's move straight into your reading. We have intention. So this person entered your life in order to make your life's intentions more clear. Group number 3, I just want to be completely straightforward and honest with you. Sometimes you need people to enter your life and to have you question everything about yourself, about this world, about your abilities and who you are at the core, and whether you're happy with yourself or not, in order for you to really look at things from a different perspective, and to see yourself in a new light, and to see life in a new light, and to just be able to figure out what your true intentions are. And this is sometimes a very scary process, especially if you feel hurt, if you feel like you've been sort of like treated in a wrongful way. This can be, as I said, hurtful, it can be difficult, but that is the only way you will get to the core of what your true intentions are in this lifetime, and also what you just want to focus on. Group number 3, but let's move further into your reading. We have sincere relationships as well as replenish. Okay, group number 3, one thing that I see here within your reading is just the fact that this person entered your life to teach you what sincere relationships are. So sometimes We need also insincere relationships to enter our lives to show us what sincere relationships are made up of. Just imagine to yourself, the person who invented the light bulb tried over 1,000 times to figure out how to do it. And people said, well, you just did it wrong 1,000 times. And he said, no, 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 no. I did not just get it wrong 1,000 times. I, in fact, found 1,000 ways of how not to do it, which brought me closer to how to do it. You know what I mean? So keep in mind that sometimes you have to go through situations where you think to yourself, this was a mistake, this wasn't right, this is just another obstacle, in order to teach you where the way is, where the route is, and what your intention, your life's path is. And sometimes just realizing who we are as people and who we are just around other people, what we're good at, what we're not good at, is just something that we can be taught through sucky relationships. I'm just going to say how it is, group number 3. Okay, sucky relationships can teach you a lot about yourself. Sucky connections and people who deceive, who lie to you, who treat you in a way that you wouldn't want to be treated or would not treat another person, can teach you a lot about who you are and what your intentions are on this planet. That's just how it is, because with every sort of dark scenario, there is a light. So that's kind of the beauty in it, if you will. Then in replenish, one thing that I see here is that that person taught you to just chill out. So you may have been sort of like, how should I say, if somebody makes plans and cancels last minute and you've already gotten ready, you're already on your way there, and they just like cancel and bail on you 5 minutes before. You start to learn not to count on people. You start to learn not to change your entire day's plan in order to accommodate anybody. You do it when it's convenient for you as well, because you know how important your sleep is. You know how disrespectful people can be when it comes to sleep. Let's be honest, group number 3. Some people are so disrespectful when it comes to being able to allow other people to replenish their strength, to allow other people to just charge back up, okay? They only think about themselves, and that is a thing that some people are dealing with, but as I said, you don't need to let it affect you. Then we have mental repetition as well as release. So group number 3, this is really interesting. One thing that I see here for you is the fact that this person entered your life in order for you to let go, okay? In order for you to realize that you cannot be too attached to somebody, or that will make you codependent, and that will just make you kind of like really anxious, okay? Mental repetition, when it comes to sort of like mental difficulties that we may be dealing with, can have a lot to do with fear, anxieties, where you're constantly repeating worst case scenarios in your mind, where you're constantly thinking of the worst thing that could happen, but it has not transpired yet because it's all in your head, it's all mental. That is one thing that I see that this person has come into your life to teach you, to release that and to not allow it to have so much power over you, which can be a very difficult and challenging lesson to learn, but nevertheless, it is one that is invaluable. Then we have the hawk spirit as well as the starfish spirit. So in the hawk spirit, one thing that I see here is that this person taught you to kind of let your intuition guide you. So whether they hurt you or you feel like they were a positive influence, I want you to know that they taught you to sort of just let your gut feeling speak, and to know that you have a lot of possibilities. You look at this person, people around you, and you think to yourself, wow, you know, other people feel as though they can accomplish these amazing things. They take credit for every little thing, and look at you. You're sitting here, you're not taking credit for anything. You think to yourself that your dreams are too big. You're not sure if you're going to accomplish them. And there are people here who are less educated than you, have put in less time and effort into a project, and they're taking more recognition, okay? They're taking more of the praise than you ever would, and that is just because you're not the kind of person who's going to say, hey, like, I feel like I should be praised. I feel like I should get this sort of attention, okay? You're more of the kind of person who is low-key, but I see that this person has come into your life to teach you that when you deserve something, when you have put work and dedication into it, allow it to be known. Allow other people to realize that you are the genius behind the magic, and don't hide yourself. Don't let other people take all of the recognition, take all of the financial rewards that come with them just putting themselves out there, even though there's nothing behind it, okay? Even though it's mostly just their mouths. and not that much skill. Meanwhile, you're here with a ton of skill, but you just don't want to be cocky. Know that it's not cocky to just take the credit that you deserve, okay? The credit you deserve is not over-crediting yourself, group number 3. Then we have the 5 of feathers, the 7 of shells, as well as the 4 of feathers. So we have a lot of air sign energy here, which is very intellectual energy. And one thing that I see here again in the 4 of feathers, as well as in replenish, is just the fact that like this person taught you not to stress, you know? When you make plans, you don't think to yourself, let me change up everything in my life just to accommodate this plan. You sometimes also put yourself first. You also sometimes put your rest first. You say to yourself, actually, no, I don't want to go out on Friday evening because I've had a busy work week, and we can do it on the weekend. We can do it on Saturday, Sunday, next week, but now I just need time to myself. So I definitely see as though this person allowed you to see just how many choices and options that you have, just because you may have been limiting yourself in the past, but now you realize like, hey, I don't have to say yes to everything. And many times when I have said yes to things and when I have kept my side of a promise, the other person did not do the same for me. So I do in fact have the option of saying no, especially if I already have that gut feeling that the side of the promise that would benefit me is not going to be kept. So in the 5 of feathers, I definitely see that this person came into your life to help you build more resilience, to help you build more of a stronger shell, okay, of a stronger personality where you're able to put up with BS more. And I'm not saying putting up with it as in engaging, but if it happens, but you're not going to allow it to affect you. So just being more resilient towards little petty dramas as well as little petty arguments and fights is what I see that this person came into your life for, because maybe they just made you feel so fed up with drama, fights, disagreements that you're just over it. And now you're just focused on getting good rest, on making sure that you don't get any wrinkles, that you take care of your health and your body, and that you're not stressing out over nobody unnecessarily, group number 3. So this is a reading that I received for you. I truly hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you found it insightful and that it gave you peace of mind, group number 3. Let me know down below what really hit home for you and your situation in correlation to the person that you had in mind. And I will see you in one of my upcoming videos. Hello group number 4, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Howlite group number 4, which is a very marble-esque, beautiful stone. So I see why you chose this stone in particular, but let's move into your reading to figure out why this person entered your life. So first and foremost, we have grateful. So I do see that this person entered your life in order to show you just how much gratitude you have and just how grateful you are for the people around you who are supporting you, for your job, your career, whatever it is that you do on a day-to-day basis that other people can only dream of doing. So I definitely see a new sense of gratitude found from having this person in your life, and they may have shown you this through, say, being deceitful or coming into your life and hurting you, which made you even more grateful for the people who you can trust and just the things that you have in your life that represent stability. But they may have also shown you this in a way of them saying, hey, I really think you have an awesome life because you have this person, you have a mom, a dad, a sister who cares, you have an amazing career, or just a lot of intelligence, a lot of mental focus that I wish that I had. So the coin can kind of like go both ways, if you will, with this situation. Either way, they showed you how to be more grateful. Then we have positive-minded people as well as intention. So in positive-minded people, one thing that I see here is that they taught you to look out for positive-minded people more. They taught you that maybe not everybody is as positive-minded as you, and also to steer clear of those kind of people because they may drag you down. They may drag you into a lower vibrational realm just because they, I don't want to say this in a nasty way, but just because, you know, the saying goes, misery likes company. And oftentimes when people are in a bad spot and in a low vibration, it is easier to stay there, obviously, than to change something, because in order to change who you are, where you're vibrating and just the kind of like mood that you're in, especially if it has become a personality trait for people to be pessimistic. Of course, you're going to have to become a different person in order to attract more positivity and in order to lead a more positive life. And becoming a different person is hard, group number 4, and they may not want to get out of that comfort zone. So one thing that I see here is that they taught you to think to yourself, whoa, I never want to be in that situation. I always want to keep learning, keep getting better, and not allow myself to be dragged into a negative headspace. And intention, I see that there is a very clear sort of path for you and the intention that you have for yourself spiritually. And that is one of the things that this person has come into your life to teach you, okay? And in intention, we also have the number 11, which in numerology is a master number. This is a number where you have a lot of the different skill sets of, say, life path number 2, but they're amplified, okay? Everything that is amazing about you is amplified to the max, and everything that you struggle with is also kind of amplified, okay? So I see that you struggle a lot with balance. You may be a little bit neurotic, sometimes a little bit crazy, but I want you to know that these are positive traits, because when you set your intention on something and you back it up 100% with your creativity, with your drive, with the things that you're capable to do in order to better your life, I see that success comes pretty quickly for you compared to others. Then in nurture, one thing that I see here is that this person has entered your life in order to teach you how to nurture yourself and others around you more. So this could be because you felt lack of nurturing with this person, or they showed you what it really, really felt like to be nurtured, okay? And sometimes you need people to come in and out of your life to teach you what you're missing or what you may have been overlooking, or the importance of certain things, because you may be so shielded and protected from other people's worlds and energies just through your upbringing and the kind of circles that you navigate your life in, that you completely forget what is around you, that you completely misunderstand that there are other people out there who are in very different situations, but you can still relate, you know? So group number 4, I definitely see like an increase in your nurturing kind of empathetic streak. As you look around and you just consider the entire world, you remember like, hey, I'm actually very fortunate, because most people in this world do not have a mobile device that they can watch pick a card readings from. Most people in this world are worrying about where they're going to get clean water from, where they're going to get their next meal from, and that is something that I don't need to deal with. So you have a lot more understanding and empathy for people who are struggling, and just more gratitude, as we spoke about at the beginning, overall for life and your situation. Then we have the Ace of Feathers as well as the Magician. So in the Ace of Feathers, one thing that I see here is that this person taught you to be sharp, okay? So they taught you to look out for all the signs, for all the red flags, and maybe they had a lot of red flags and you didn't see them, and then it ended up kind of overwhelming you or biting you in the butt, if you will, group number 4. But I want you to know here that that is sometimes a positive thing. That can sometimes be a wake-up call, and it can show you in the future how to react to certain situations and how to foresee things happening. And the Magician, I want you to know here that there is a lot of willpower that is backed up in this situationship that may have transpired between you and this person. So they really taught you to express what you want, to express what you don't want, and to keep your circle kind of confined and small and not like elite, like exclusive, okay? Only with the people who you know that you can trust, because no new friends, group number 4. We only want to be with people who we can trust and who truly understand us. Then in the Six of Feathers, as well as the Traveler, I see change, okay? I see that this person came into your life for a lot of fundamental change that you may have never thought would transpire in your life, in your little realm, if you will. But in the Six of Feathers, one thing that I see here is a big transition happen, because this person made you come to a realization of the fact that you have so much more potential. So this person may have completely underestimated your potential or pushed you when it comes to your potential, to where you're now like, I'm going to either prove them wrong or I'm going to prove them right, that yes, I do have a lot of potential and I don't need to hide in the closet. You literally do not need to hide in the closet, okay? This person may have been one of those factors that pushed you out of being in the closet, out of being in the comfort zone where you were maybe in the closet sexually, maybe you were in the closet spiritually. When it comes to your entire being, you know, there's so many different closets that you can be in. You can be in the tarot closet. This may be something that you're into, but you do not feel like you can venture into because friends, family, society. You may be in the closet sexually because your sexual orientation is just not tolerated, or you feel is just not as accepted, so you'd rather hide that away. But I see that this person entered your life in order to give you a little bit of an extra push to think to yourself, no, actually I'm worthy. Actually, I'm not going to allow negativity to keep me down, to hold me down, because I have learned from all of these experiences that I've been through. Then we have the owl spirit as well as the bat spirit. So group number 4. In the owl spirit as well as the bat spirit, I see very sort of like mental clarity, okay? I see here in the owl spirit that you see clearly now. You understand clearly now why this person entered your life, what the good, the bad was, and also what you can take away from this. So you can obviously not change this person who entered your life. You cannot change the reason why they entered your life, but what you can do is see it from another perspective. And that is one thing that I see in the bat spirit. When you change your perspective, you can start to see the positive. So if somebody came into your life and left you heartbroken or feeling really down and out, know that you can change your perspective and think to yourself, what positives can I take out of this? What have I learned in this instance, and why aren't I happy that they left my life at this point instead of me being sort of strung along and me being with this person emotionally, even though they are not the right one for me or they didn't have pure intentions. When you see things in a positive light, when you see things as a way how you can actually take things away from the situation, where you actually benefited from the situation, you can be more at peace and you can just see things more objectively and clearly without letting your emotions interrupt. And that is one of the reasons why this person came into your life, whether it was bittersweet and kind of painful, or they showed you more about your worth and your self-value in a positive and encouraging way before things went south, before things kind of changed or made you think, why did this person actually come into my life? So group number 4, this is the reading that I received for you. I truly hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it insightful and that it gave you more clarity. Let me know down below what really hit home in regards to the person that you had in mind for this reading, and I will see you in one of my upcoming videos.